What's up, everybody? This is Colin from Holistic Heritage Homestead. I hope you're all well. I have a small seed haul I want to share with you folks. I am so excited. You gardeners out there, you know what's up. You know how exciting getting new seeds can be. New seeds means potential. It means fun. It means food. It means medicine. It's just awesome. It's awesome. And I order these from Etsy. I order these from a company known as a company called Seed Cult, and that's one word, Seed Cult. In my limited experience ordering off of Etsy, which I think was 2 other times, one other time I think was Jerusalem artichokes, and it might have been ordered at the same time actually as the other time I ordered some seeds. But from the other company I ordered seeds from, they sent some free seeds. This company, Seed Cult, also sent some free seeds. I think that's great. It's a personal shopping experience on Etsy, I think, at least to a certain degree, from my limited experience, because I feel like you could support small companies, and that's great. And for them to send free seeds, I think that's great business. It shows they appreciate your business, and it's just kind. And more seeds means more fun. So these are this is Rainbow Mix Straw Flower. Hope you folks can see these. See this here? All right. Looks like great little plastic packaging here. Looks cool. Nice information here, like nice pictures, and has some information. Sowing temp, sowing depth, spacing, sprout time. It's a short-lived perennial, 2 to 3 years in zones 8 through 11. Can be kept in a pot in a sunny window. Excellent dried flower. Free seeds. Thank you for your support. You are welcome, Seed Cult. You are very welcome. Thank you for the free seeds. We're in zone 6B, so I'll have to see what I could do. Growing those in containers inside, maybe bringing them indoors in containers over winter, or pushing the limits outside and just keeping them for 1 season or 2 seasons or something. We'll see. Next up, red mulberry. I have posted a video or videos, I believe, and a short in the past about mulberries. Mulberries are amazing. The short that I posted was just my wife and I and one of our sons are just mulberry juice covered hands. It was check that one out. It was a fun day harvesting as a family together. But mulberries are great. Anytime you can grow fruit, you're growing carbohydrates, which if you're a prepper, if you're survival minded, if you can grow or produce carbohydrates, fats, proteins, that's always a win. Animal-based protein, livestock, superior in my opinion. Not going to get into that, but plant proteins, even though mostly they're not complete amino acid profiles, and they are lacking in the isoleucine, leucine, valine content that you'd have in animal-based proteins, it's still protein, it's still good. And here, as far as macronutrients, carbs, that's fuel. Great thing to have, especially in a survival scenario. Perennial zones 3 through 8. We do have our mature mulberry tree producing. We have a male which does not produce fruit, and the female which produces lots and lots of fruit. I believe we have 2 dwarf ever-bearing mulberries on our property that I believe I thought died, and then I think they actually came back. And they might have started to produce the 1 year before they died. Not sure if they actually did come back. But I might plant these further away just in case they might change. I don't know if they're going to create some hybridized fruit on our existing mulberry tree or trees. Not sure. If you folks have any recommendations as far as planting distance from our existing mulberry trees, let me know. If it does not affect the current fruit on our trees we have now, our tree we have now, it's actually the one that is producing, then I'll plant it close to them, which would be in our food forest area. If not, I'll plant it across our property, some distance away in our fruit orchard. Next up, Eucalyptus cinerea or cinerea. All right, perennial in zones 9+. All right, why did I pick eucalyptus? Well, I think eucalyptus is cool. Anytime you can grow medicine, which I think this might have medicinal qualities. Anytime you can grow things that can provide comfort, things that can improve your life, go for it. Give it a go, give it a grow. And although it's perennial zones 9+, I'll see what I can do indoors in containers, or I'll just bring them indoors over winter and see what happens. One thing if you folks don't know about me yet, is I like to push the limits when it comes to growing. I don't like hearing can't do this, can't do that. I like try this, try that, come up with a solution. That's my growing style. And if you're not like that, I recommend trying to be like that, because you'll be surprised what you could do. I'm looking at some citrus right here that we grew in zone 6B because, hey, grew them in containers and brought them inside over the winter. So just try. Next up, black goji berry. Awesome. Fruit, again, macronutrient of carbs. Excellent, perennial zones 5 through 10. I believe goji berries are very nutritious, and the ones I've had have been delicious. And I believe they have high antioxidant content, high anthocyanin content. So very, very good. Please check out my food prepper pantry haul, my prepper food pantry haul. I talk about in that video, and also the canned foods videos, which I posted recently. I talk about thinking about nutrition when it comes to stockpiling food. It's the same thing. You should think about nutrition when you're growing food. Very important. Next up, black mulberry. All right. Black mulberry. I don't know if these are the same mulberries, the more common or typical mulberries you see that grow all over the place, or if these are different, but they're mulberries, and mulberries are one of my favorite, if not my favorite fruit. Absolutely looking forward to this. Perennial zones 5 through 10. Boom, black mulberries. Looking forward to that. Next up, Aunt Molly's ground cherry. All right, Aunt Molly's ground cherry. For some reason, I did not really go well for me. I've planted these in the past. Don't even remember the germination rates, if they germinated, if they didn't, or after they germinated, if I just did not take care of them well and they just failed. But I've never actually grown these with success. I'm hoping that I can. I believe these are like lightly sweet, kind of maybe bitter, like sweet, really sweet tomatoes, or sweeter than tomatoes. They kind of grow in these little Chinese lantern looking things. And I think they even fall off the plant when they're ripe. I've heard, don't know if this is true, that they can kind of be invasive, or they could self-seed and give you volunteer plants in the garden. If you have them in your garden, they'll be there forever, or for however long. If that's true, that's awesome. That's a good problem to have, because I want food all the time. I hope it goes well for me this year. If you have any recommendations or tips on how to grow ground cherries, let me know in the comments below. Next up, this was awesome. This actually might have been what I was looking for initially, or looking for the tubers of this plant, and then ended up finding the seeds, but that ended up leading to the seed haul. Maybe that might be what got me going. Jerusalem artichoke seeds. I've posted videos talking about Jerusalem artichokes. One of, I don't want to say the best, but one of the best prepper survival crops to plant. Absolutely incredible. Provides inulin, which is a good prebiotic for probiotics in your system. Just a great, resilient plant. I always tell you what's up. I try to keep it real. I failed with our Jerusalem artichokes. I don't know if it was a combination of having some drought sometime, and then actually overwatering without drainage, or actually overcrowding them, but somehow I failed with growing them. So I'm trying to get these going, get these growing. Those are perennial. They are perennial, super perennial. These can be invasive. Keep an eye on them. Doesn't say the zones, but it's probably like perennial, like everywhere, because Jerusalem artichokes are very tough plants. Please check out my previous videos with that. I'm hoping for better success now that I will keep an eye on watering them. I won't overcrowd them. Honestly, might have been just a combination of factors, because even in certain tough conditions, they're supposed to grow. So you learn. That's one of the exciting things about gardening, is you learn as you go, you learn as you grow, and therefore you grow as an individual when you grow your plants. Next up, stevia. You folks might be familiar with this popular sweetener. Stevia is perennial zones 8+. Now we're in 6B. I'm going to try to grow this in containers and overwinter it, because from a prepper mindset, I'm thinking, well, I might not be able to grow sugar cane here. And if I can, I don't even know if I can grow it in containers. And if I can grow it in containers, is that realistic to bring it indoors over winter? I don't know. These, I believe, will produce smaller plants, easier to move around maybe. And I believe stevia is multiple times sweeter than natural sugar. I mean, not natural sugar, sugar cane sugar, because I'm assuming this is natural as well. But it's not my preferred sweetener. I like honey. I like maple syrup. But I think it would be great especially in a survival scenario, to have something to sweeten food. Salt amplifies and concentrates flavor. Sugar also can really enhance flavor. It's very important to have some type of sweetener around. Also, it's fun, and I'm just going to try it. Next up, black raspberry. All right, check it out. Black raspberry. Why did I pick black raspberry? Well, it does not say jewel on this here, but I believe the type is, these are organic seeds, these ones at least. I think these are organic black raspberry. The type is called jewel black raspberry. I believe we have some growing on our property. The last time I checked, they were there growing in our food forest area. I think this would be cool because I did not even know you can get raspberry seeds online. And that's one of the amazing things about Etsy is you can find rare seeds you didn't even know you can get your hands on, things that typically people grow from cuttings or plants or whatever, you can get actual seeds from. So perennial zones 5 through 8, great prepper crop. Brambles are great, black raspberries are great, blackberries are great, raspberries are great. They they can produce a lot of food, they're tough, and they could overwinter, and that's a great survival crop, growing those macronutrients. So it also says on here for the description, it says jewel black raspberry seeds, black cap thimbleberry, and then I believe the Latin name Rubus occidentalis, which I believe is the genus and species. So maybe black cap and thimbleberry are just other names for black raspberry plants, or perhaps the jewel black raspberry plants. Little tip there, you're supposed to plant these a certain distance away from your other raspberry plants because there could be a transmission of plant diseases you do not want. Please look that up to look up the exact distance, but it's I don't want to say the distance because I don't want to say some incorrect information, but just know if you are planting black raspberries and you already have black raspberries, or if you have raspberries, you want to plant raspberries, you've already got black raspberries, they are supposed to be a certain distance apart. Check it out and do your research. Next up, St. Johns Wort. Anytime you can grow medicine is great. I am not a doctor. I do not know anything. That's my general disclaimer for most of my videos when I get to say anything, because there's a lot of scientific research, folks, showing support for St. Johns Wort and that it can be great for helping people out with, I believe, depression and/or anxiety, mental support, put it that way. Do your own research. This is perennial zones 5 through 9. I've heard great things about St. Johns Wort. I think I finally got these to germinate once before. I'm not sure, but look it up. They might need some cold stratification, so I might be planting them very soon and just letting them overwinter in ground and hope that they come up. Or I might do the whole, put them in the fridge and like a paper towel, moist paper towel or something, and put them in the fridge for a period of time and then plant them. I'll have to look up and see if those do need to be cold stratified. Let me know in the comments below if you have that information. Always looking to learn. Next up, white soul strawberry. Strawberries are one of my top prepper crops. Again, fruit, macronutrient of the carbohydrates. Excellent. These are perennial. They're going to come back. Some strawberry plants send out runners, so you can propagate. You can get more plants. They're amazing. And fiber. And they come back year after year. And these strawberries is just a great option. A lot of fun to grow. And for those who do grow strawberries and you have the type of strawberry plants that send out runners, please check out my previous video discussing a cool way to handle or manage your runners from your strawberry plants. I got that video. Please check it out. Next up, wild strawberries. Well, wild strawberries, I have heard, have a better flavor than one or more other strawberries, non-wild strawberries. Super cool. I mean, wild strawberries, they look like they're smaller. I believe wild strawberries belong, this might be incorrect, but I believe they belong to the alpine variety or one of the alpine varieties. They are one of the alpine varieties, maybe. Not sure, not necessarily sure what that means. Perhaps that's the origin of wild strawberries, but I've heard good things. I've heard they taste good, and they're perennial zones 3 through 9. And for all the aforementioned reasons, great prepper crop, great survival crop. Next up, blueberry seeds. These are the northern highbush blueberry. I did not even know you could get blueberry seeds. I mean, maybe I assume they produce seeds, but I don't think I've ever seen them for purchase. Etsy is awesome. Perennial zones 3 through 9. I have not had good success with blueberries. I've tried more than once. I don't think it was a soil thing or a mulching thing. I think it was, we had a couple of droughts. I did not water them enough, and it might have been too hot. I think the plants did not get established enough to survive the heat. Gotta learn to figure that out. And if it does get hot, make sure that they have enough moisture. But we'll see. We will see. I would love to have some blueberries. That would be great, great, great. One of our sons, he loves blueberries, so I would grow blueberries just for him, because I will do anything for our sons. They are awesome, and I love them more than words. Next up, I'm actually not sure how to pronounce this. I don't know if it's astragalus or astragalus. This is the type of thing, sometimes I do research, I read things. I've got a lot up here, I think. And sometimes I just forget the details. But I do remember reading and or hearing that astragalus, I'll call it, is excellent. And there's a lot of benefits as a food and / or a medicine. I do want to grow this. It's perennial zone 5 through 9. I'll do the research later. Sometimes with gardening, you do the research, you learn about it, you get excited, you buy the seed, you buy the plants, whatever you do. Sometimes, you know a little bit, you think you heard something, you buy the seeds, you buy the plants, you figure it out afterwards by just growing it, and then learning as you go. Maybe you learn how to just plant the seeds first. Then as you grow the plant, maybe you learn how to prune it. Then you learn different benefits of the plant, different ways to harvest the plant, different ways to cook the plant. It's an ongoing learning experience when it comes to gardening, and there's so many things connected to it. If you're not gardening, start gardening, because it's awesome and it's fun. So much you can learn, science, so much about science, different seed varietals, different plant varietals, annuals, biennials, perennials, soil microbiology, pH of soils, composting, bioavailability of nutrients, different insects that work in soil and help the soil. There's so much to it. All I see here is potential and food and medicine and fun and years of food and food I can give other people and cuttings I can give other people maybe and plants I can give other people. All the benefits to the wildlife on our property. The birds, the squirrels, the turtles, the hawks, whoever. Food for our livestock, which is more food for us. So much to get from gardening. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. If you're not gardening, start gardening. I'm serious. Start gardening. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. It's a great thing to do as a family. It's a wholesome, awesome hobby that you can save money. You can make money. It's amazing. Hope you folks enjoyed this. I will do a review of this company, Seed Cult. Seed Cult, thank you so much for the awesome seeds, the packaging, quick shipment, and I think good pricing, I think good value. I will do a review of the seeds, germination rates and all that, how the plants go, how they grow rather, how they grow and how they go. And I will therefore give a review of the company, because I'll give a review of their product, which is a review of the company. All right? Super excited. Let me know in the comments below if you have grown these before, if you're interested in growing them, if you have any tips, any advice. I really would appreciate it. Please like the video. Please comment to get involved. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the video. If this had some type of value to you, whether it's entertainment value and / or educational value, we do have on our homepage a Buy Me a Coffee link. If you want to support the channel, buy me a coffee. Buy us a coffee. Buy us coffees. It would be awesome. Happy growing, everybody. Take care.